Hi everyone, my name is Tara and I'll be talking about my placement with Elder Care Edmonton, specifically the West End Seniors Activity Center. So a little bit about my placement. I was typically there from 10 a.m. to just after lunch. So the first hour, people would start coming in, they would have their coffees, I would also have a coffee, and they would get to choose an activity such as reading, coloring, doing a crossword, things like that. I would typically join them in an activity or chat with them while I drank my coffee. Then after that, we would get into more of a group game, so maybe a big board game or shuffleboard. They've done big word searches before when it's all of their names that they have to find, something like that. After that, we would move into a little bit of exercise where I would start to set up the lunch tables for them. And then during lunch, I would sit and just chat with them. And this was a great opportunity to get that one-on-one conversation and get to know them a little bit more. So a specific experience of mine from my placement was one day at lunch, I was sitting with a group of women, and one of them whips out this calendar that her son had given her that was personalized with pictures and things like that. And all of the pictures were of her grandchildren and only her grandchildren, and they would all relate to that month. So October, for example, would be like their last year's Halloween costumes and things like that. And this woman spent the entire hour of lunch showing myself and everyone else at the table all of the photos of her grandchildren and also telling us the stories behind each individual photo. So this was really cool for me because my grandparents actually reside in the East Coast. So I think the last time I saw one of them was probably 5 years ago. And that's just kind of what I'm used to and what I grew up with. So I think they definitely reflect the distant figure grandparent. They do send me the birthday card and they do call on Christmas, things like that. But that's kind of the extent of it. Whereas this woman here goes to all the hockey games. She takes them to K-Days every year. She buys them like new wardrobes before school, things like that. She definitely said she spoils them rotten. And so yeah, that was very unique for me to hear about. And I definitely think that this person specifically reflects the fun seeker grandparent. When she was showing me the photos of K-Days with her grandchildren, there were like 6 stuffed animals in the photos that I guess they had won, and the giant cotton candies, things like that. So I definitely think she kind of takes them out and does things that maybe her son wouldn't love, but in like a fun way. And I could also see just the joy that these grandchildren brought her, which was so nice and heartwarming. And also just the pride that she felt when talking about them, like the fact that she could talk about them for an hour was very impressive, and I loved hearing about them. So this is a mock photo of myself, reflecting on my experience. It kind of looks like me. It's close enough. So I would say that I am very happy I chose to do the CSL component of this course. I hadn't had a lot of experience with older adults, as I said. I didn't really grow up with grandparents close to me. So this was very different and unique for me, and it was a lot of fun to learn about them, learn about how different each person was at this placement, listen to this woman go on and on about her grandchildren. Like, it was definitely a lot of fun. And I hope in the future that I also get to be the fun seeker grandparent and take them on little adventures and spoil them and have my own personalized calendar. So yeah, that's about it. Thank you for listening and let me know if you have any questions.